It is round 10, and that means it is business time in Suncorp Super Netball, and kicking things off, two teams that very much know that they need to do the business tonight here at USC Stadium if they are to contend at the pointy end. The New South Wales Swifts, well, they could end up actually in the top four at round's end, as Hannah and the team discussed in the pre-game. But the Lightning, well, they need to win to stay alive. They had a 7% chance of finals before the loss on the weekend, according to Champion Data. It's obviously less now after taking another loss, and they will very much need to bring the Lightning tonight. Cara Conan leads. She played a little bit of goal attack last week. Steph Wood back in her customary position as well. Laura Sherry, good to see her back. Laura Geitz after a bout of COVID, but we do miss Kate Walsh, Bridie Condren, the 22-year-old who we first saw in the green of the West Coast Fever a couple of years ago. Back in Hub Life, joins the 10, and for the Swifts, they're pretty settled. Sophie Fawns goes back to the bench. She usually comes in after the first quarter. Kelly Singleton starts in goal attack, and you've got to back the Swifts on this one, although the odds are very even. The Lightning seem to be a team that half the court fires one week, the other half fires the other week. If they can pull it all together, they can beat any team. It's about getting that team effort and bringing it onto the court, and they have to do it tonight.
Well, they do, and they have to capitalise on a home court advantage because they've had a couple of home runs in a row. We know that the Lightning fans get behind their team so hard, but they just haven't been able to get the win. So this is really their last opportunity before they hit the road for the next two rounds, and as you said, Will, they need to win. It's do or die for them. Yeah,
pretty difficult run home for the Lightning, as Hannah alluded to, and yourself there as well. Laura, after this, they're away in another battle of the Bruce against the Firebirds, and then away to the Vixens, then they've got the Magpies, and then they've got the Giants away, and there's no easy games. And of course, we start with the reigning premiers, the Swifts, who seem to have found some momentum in the last couple of weeks. It came off the back of that win against the Giants. They went back-to-back last week. It was 2 days ago. But here we are on a Tuesday night, and they're looking for three in a row, and they're certainly up and about in this one. And the Swifts, they haven't got an easy run home either, but there are no easy runs home in Super Netball, such as the logjam on the ladder.
Absolutely, and it was interesting to hear Helen Housby say just before that they've had a long, hard look at themselves in training and have really had to toughen up a little bit. They've lost, obviously, Sam Wallace in those earlier rounds, really hit rock bottom, so to speak, and now they've turned the season around, and that's the sign of a really champion team where they've been premiers for good reason. They can get another win here tonight, then they're well and truly back on track for the season 2022.
Can you lock in the Fever and the Vixens for finals? You'd say so now, obviously, given how far ahead they are. So lock them in. They play after this, which is going to be an absolute cracker of a game. But then 4 teams on 16 and the other 2 just a win behind. I've never seen it like this.
No, I've actually never seen the ladder in the predicament that it's in, to have places 3 down to 6, all on 16 points. So it comes down to percentage, and if you're a team relying on percentages, then that's not something good to really play the rest of the season out. So it's all about the wins for these teams now. They can't just rest on putting out strong performances. They need to take the wins.
All right, finding it difficult on the way up the court the first time for the Swifts. Circle edge, Hadley, as the Swifts set up for the first, hopefully, scoring play, and it's going to be through Helen Housby, and it is indeed, and she's happy to get that first one out of the way.
Well, this is going to be a quick game tonight, Will. Swifts are traditionally such a fast team. They love to move the ball with speed, keep it low and fast, and the Lightning can also do it as well. So expect to see the ball being pinged around here, there and everywhere.
Yes, swing beside. Try and tackle the fence.
Little interplay between Cassidy and Wood, but she left the first one short. Cara Conan comes up with one. Last time these two teams met a few weeks ago, Cara Conan had 48 of 49. Very different story last weekend. This didn't really fire in the same way. Conan only had 29 attempts in that one. Steph Wood, 13 of 16, and Riley Baptistall got more game time in that one as they find Maddie Proud in the opposite pocket. And, yeah, no, the attack really didn't fire for the Lightning last time around, but their defence was better. And as I said, if they can put it all together on one night, well, they can start on their merry way and get 20% of the way there, I suppose, if they have to have 5 in a row.
Well, Laura Sherian was obviously out last week with COVID, which forced a change in the attack end for the Lightning. Wood went to wing attack. Conan goal attack and Batchelor came on in shooter, and it actually worked really nicely. Steph Wood, we speak about it all the time, her smarts. She is a huge playmaker, and to have her in that wing attack role, I thought it was just a real, like a breath of fresh air for this Lightning, but a couple of missed shots early. Cara Conan not able to keep that one in play, so an early chance here for the Swifts.
Just 2-1. Nearly 2.5 minutes gone. Swifts obviously coming off a game which was heavily defensively focused. Sarah Clow, player of the match, up against the Thunderbirds. But when you've got Latanya Wilson and Jamira Sterling down one end for the Thunderbirds, and then Clow and Turner, I mean, the Thunderbirds had 17 goals in the second half against the Swifts. Such was the defence from Sarah Clow and Maddie Turner. Neither team could be happy with their attacking performance in that game.
Well, Sarah Clow had 7 intercepts and 7 deflections next to her name after that match, which is just absolutely outstanding.
Oh, how about that vision? And all by herself at home, Helen Housby.
Yeah, Paige Hadley, amazing work from her. Just saw Housby at home alone. Here she goes again. I thought she was going to polish off with another intercept there.
Wood, Conan in the pocket. Drive forward from Wood. In the end, she picks it up off the second play and finished off.
And that's exactly what Steph Wood and Cara Conan will do against Clow and Turner. Pre-match, you heard Hannah Kim and Sam talk about the connection of those two defenders, how they don't really need to communicate because they've got such great understanding. But what Wood and Conan will do is keep them separated so that they can't work together as a defensive unit. So just keep your eye on the work that the attackers from the Lightning do against that defensive combination from the Swifts.
Good crowd in here for a Tuesday night, enjoying the midweek netball here on Fox Sports. Absolute feast of netball, 12 games in 9 days. And elite athletes really earning their stripes, backing up with that kind of turnarounds.
I'm sore thinking about it, Will.
Don't think too hard, mate. Don't want you to hurt yourself. 5-3, Swifts up and in possession. Singleton, Fraser. Plenty of ball movement, plenty of short passes as they look for a way through. Same at the other end. Drive forward from Singleton, ignored. Instead, Singleton gets sandwiched between Dehaney and Hinchcliffe, and that leaves Housby free, and they go up 6-3.
Well, that's when the Swifts are so dangerous. They just all replay there, you would have to say. Maddie Hinchcliffe, Tara, I should say. Just a little bounce there means that the Swifts will get possession again, and this is where the Lightning have to be careful. We spoke about it last week. They need to remain with teams and focus on the first 10 minutes of the game because they're putting pressure on themselves in that last 5 to shoot the super shots. Oh!
Dehaney puts the arm out and reels it in. Heard Helen Housby say before the game, she's got such good reach. She's a rangy player. She just stuck out the gadget arms and straight in the mitt.
Another turnover, though.
That hurts. Can't honour a play like that. Got to score from those gains.
I like that term, rangy.
Rangy.
That's exactly what Katie Ann Dehaney is, rangy. She's everywhere. She's got the arms, the long limbs, which in itself is intimidating for feeders looking in to try and find the space to offload to.
First shot for Kelly Singleton. She goes 1 from 1. Helen Housby 6 from 6. Steph Wood, the only player out there to have missed a couple.
Well, Swift's accuracy last round, 82%. So they're sitting quite nice in terms of just turning, delivering and being accurate. And they look like a different team to a couple of rounds ago, don't they?
But doesn't every team in this season?
Yeah.
You go, oh, every team I seem to commentate on 3 weeks ago they were bad, or 3 weeks ago they were good, and now they're bad or good. It's impossible.
It's the only two teams are, for good reason, the two teams sitting on top of the ladder, Fever and Vixens, when it comes to consistency. But the other teams who are, Sarah Clow, amazing work, front position.
Yeah, the work was done before the ball was thrown there, but they turn it back over via Mahalia Cassidy. Sharon Finnan-White is running the sidelines. She's sitting nicely in front of the monitor over there on the sidelines. How are you seeing the first 5 minutes of this one, Sharon?
Quite happy sitting on the sideline rather than running well. But I was just speaking about Laura. You're just talking about.
Sorry to interrupt there. Big hit on the ground there from Maddie Turner, but she's gotten up. She seems okay. Carry on. Sorry.
Laura, you were just talking about Sarah Clow. One thing I've noticed that's different to last time they played in round 6 is that Cara Conan, for the last 3 passages of play, has come out of the circle, whereas in round 6 she was staying in, and Clow was really getting burned on that drive out and dropped to the post or that baseline drive. So it's interesting to see that they've changed their tact a little bit at the start of this game.
Yeah, really interesting, Sharon, because Cara Conan loved owning that middle channel last week against the Fever as well, and it maybe just comes down to that disconnect of the defenders, but she is dangerous and it opens up the space. So let's head to the tactical timeout from HCF and see what the coaches have to say early on.
Kylie Byrne checks the notes. What's she going to say to her troops? We're going to listen in.
What do you reckon? Just a couple of times kind of see they're working behind us, especially on that baseline, and then we don't see them till they come past us.
So step up and block. Open up towards the court. So open it back towards the court. Yeah. So if we try and face each other, then we'll read it.
Yeah. Watch. I reckon we need to track that.
Go normal side and then see if we can connect with you. Inside the circle, let's get you playing at the back a bit more because Steph's entering through the front. So let's just get you playing back. See if you can get your movement on your baseline, but then you might come forward on your final moves then as well. Okay, so just balance that circle up in there. Hey, if Steph's got, if there's a contact and Clouds out of the circle, instead of going and standing short, so you can go behind so it can go over the top to Turner instead of going for the short. Yeah, or at the top of the circle and a penalty so that we can get, because let's go the T hold over on top as well for you.
Let's go, girls.
Come on, we've got to convert these when we get it.
Lightning on 2. 1, 2, lightning!
Plenty of discussion up the attacking end from discussion. Not like opening Twitter after that. Discussion up the attacking end from Kylie Byrne. Can you decipher any of that? It's not me, Kylie.
Do you know what? I'm just having a look at that timeout at the scoreboard. 3 goals. We're halfway into this first quarter. Is so incredibly low scoring. And I'm sitting here going, how have the Swifts just put 9 goals on? It's incredible the way that they have just got this ball down moving. And Lightning, you've got 2 of the best shooters in Australia in Cara Conan and Steph Wood. They've only put up 3 shots for the entire quarter. Mind-blowing.
Put up 5 shots for 3 goals.
For 3 goals. We're used to seeing these 2 nail it.
8 of the last 10, including 5 in a row, going to the Swifts. And, well, they kept in the first quarter on the weekend the Thunderbirds to 7.
And that's
They're on track for that now.
That's the T-hold that Kylie Byrne was talking about in that huddle to Cara Conan. She said, hold on that T, and it worked beautifully just then. So keep your eye on that, particularly on Clow.
Housby top of circle. They're playing quickly, but they don't look rushed. The Swifts, they look in control down this end. And still flawless, Helen Housby. 7 from 7.
Oh, Cara Conan.
Sorry.
How the umpire, you would have to say that that was toenails over the sideline, but the umpire let it go.
Can we have them up, please? It's outside players.
The mop comes out. What am I doing? You're going to start laughing at me. Gloria Sherian, ball in hand. Good to see her back. It'll be interesting to see whether she plays the whole game, as we see.
Well, have a look at this, Will. I don't know about... Oh, I'm sitting here on the sideline and thinking...
Accept that you were wrong. Accept it, guys.
Potentially.
Considering doubling down there, weren't you? Well, we've cut away there before we saw it.
That movement from Housby, though, that is just crisp. And you can see the defenders are lost. For the Lightning defenders, they need to try something differently. They're playing a one-on-one game, but whether they drop back into space and defend the space, they need to mix it up because right now they're getting burnt. And another win for the Swifts.
Absolutely zero noise here at USC Stadium for the fans who've come to see their team find their way back. And that will help from Tara Hinchliffe.
Well, Hinchliffe was good last week with the hands over pressure, just managing to get a couple. What the Lightning need to do here is to be able to convert. Just looks hard work for them though. Nothing is coming easy when you compare the two attack ends. Swifts is just flowing. Lightning is just stop-start, whether they're having to set penalties, but Steph Wood, thought she was going to sink the super shot there. And
need to already. Don't normally see that. Harvey Norman replay, hands up. That's how you do it if you're watching at home. And learning from the very best. So, 6 goals in 10.5 minutes from the Sunshine Coast Lightning.
Well, Helen Housby's accuracy, absolutely outstanding early on. Just have a look at those quick little double plays around the circle too. Lightning defenders need to come off the body and come around the front to contest that ball because it's just all too easy at the moment.
Yeah, twice to both times better her position and ensure that she continues with her 100% record. No need to worry about the Suncorp super shot right now at 13, now 7. But we are in the Power 5, so we'll see if the Lightning turn to the super shot. We know that they are one of the better teams when it comes to nailing shots from range. Look to Steph Wood for that, and Riley Bacheldor when she comes out on court later in this match. Part of a pretty young and energetic bench for them with Annie Miller and Bridie Condren, who comes in for Kate Walsh, who is the latest to fall foul of the COVID protocols.
Well, that's a better defensive structure there from the Lightning, from the centre pass all the way. Playing that zone defence off the body and just stifling the speed of the Swifts there. So a good little mix-up from them. And clever work from Conan, bringing Plough out of the circle, getting the penalty. So it's a 2-on-1.
Again, considered the super shot. Again, decided to hand off to Conan with only her 6th shot of the evening.
Here they go again. See how high they've pushed Paige Hadley up, and they're keeping the Swifts attackers quite high, which is forcing Housby to come out. Lightning setting up that zone defence again, which is working quite nicely, but then Singleton just opens up the baseline. Oh.
Great work there from Dehaney, who got over the top of Singleton. Probably got about a foot of reach on her, but it's a pity not to finish that beautiful interchange there between the attackers with a goal for the Swifts.
Well, it's a Conan sandwich down in this attack line, and Conan's just got a couple of little... Have a look at the niggle there between her and Conan. 2 Aussie teammates, but no love lost tonight between the two of them.
Between her and Clow, or between Conan and Conan. There's an internal struggle going on.
Oh, look, I'm just following your following in your footsteps when it comes to getting words
Hey,
mixed
don't
up.
lash out. No need to lash out. 5 goals the difference.
Did you check Twitter?
I dare not. Don't encourage people. Conan comes out, provides the option. 5 goals, 2 minutes on the clock.
Well, there's that little tee hold from Conan. I feel like the ball could actually go in at times.
Want to explain the tee hold a little bit more for people who don't know what that means?
Absolutely. It's a one-on-one when you see Plough and Conan in that one-on-one situation. Instead of Plough being able to just get that nice position. Oh!
Marion flies high.
Basically, Cara Conan is setting up on a tee, so she's got her shoulder in between basically Plough's back, which means she can hold a holder and then just move off at the last. So I'll explain it when I see it next, and then you'll be able to understand, because you're looking a little confused at me at the moment.
That's my normal face. 3 seconds. Cruel's the Swifts' latest attacking raid, and it's Sheridan on the transverse line as they head down court on their home court, the Lightning. Turner knocks it out of court. But if they can come away from this quarter with a 3-goal deficit, I think the Lightning wouldn't be too unhappy with that, given where they were at about 6 minutes ago.
Well, they've only had 43% time in possession, so it's been this late little surge home for the Lightning, and if they can convert this one...
and they won't. Yes, they might.
Lucky.
Yeah, Sherian off the Taylor Fraser touch.
Here, there you go. Little hold, see?
Little T-hold.
Little T-hold.
Add that to the vernacular.
Karakonen just getting a little momentum against Clow here. And
they're going to go for the super shot of the death, and they gamble, and that doesn't come up. But it won't matter. That was bold, considering that they had one in the bag. You would have thought. Matty Proud knows how long there is on the clock as the Swifts now look for a way down, and it's Housby on the Suncorp super shot. Way too long. The air ball, 14-12 at quarter time, and the Lightning will be happy with the last few minutes of that.
And welcome back to USC Arena. Just sitting in the huddle, listening to Coach Bryony Akel. She was really happy with the attack end, the speed of the ball. She's saying that the defenders are forcing them wide off the centre pass, so she'd like them to try a overload off the centre pass, which means the defenders will come down and take the centre pass. So let's see if that happens.
Yeah,
over to you, Laura.
Really interesting, Sharon. Kylie Burns spent a lot of time with Karakonen in that timeout. She said that move coming out of the circle on that drive is really working nicely, particularly in that second half of the first quarter. So keep your eye on Karakonen. She's really going to mix it up, exploit that middle space and allow the circle or leave it open for Steph Wood to drive in baseline. So some nice little work there from the Lightning. Kylie Byrne happy. Let's see what they can do in this second quarter.
Quarter time brought to you by Origin Energy, and the Swifts, Bryony Akel, as we heard there from Sharon, is happy, but they won't be happy that they've squandered what was a 6-goal lead, and it wasn't due to the Suncorp super shot, it was due to a nice little run heading into the last few minutes from the home side. And if you're just joining us, the Lightning are very much on the ropes in this Super Netball season, sitting in last position after an incredible run of finals appearances since their inception in 2017, including a couple of premierships, as Steph Wood opens the scoring from close range, and it's down to 1 on possession. But they will need to win all 5 of their last 5 games if they're going to contend at the pointy end of the season. The Swifts could find themselves in the top 4 at the end of this midweek round if they take the win, and percentages will come into play.
Well, the Lightning have worked out that zone defensive structure is working nicely for them. It's just slowing the pace down of the Swifts, particularly Kelly Singleton, isolating her when she's got the ball in hand and just defending all the other options on court, which is just slowing the ball down a little bit and giving Lightning more time to get around and get in better position.
20 times the Swifts, or 19 times they've fallen foul of the whistle, which is a lot for a quarter of netball. There's a question about that. They only had 48, well, only 48, still a decent number of penalties in a game of netball against the Thunderbirds. So need to tighten that up a little bit, especially considering they spent the bulk of the time in possession in the first 15. Turner. Out comes Singleton before she drives deep and comes back to provide the option again. Instead they go to Hadley, but Hinchliffe gets a hand.
Hinchliffe is up and about, isn't she? She's playing centre in this second quarter, but she's got great anticipation, great hands over the pass. She found herself in the Nissan Net Points Team of the Week last week. So she'll be keen to continue that form.
Nissan Net Points, if you're... That's a nice shot from Helen Housby. If you're new to it, is a system where we allocate, or Champion Data allocates points for each of the key stats in the game. It's very handy for comparing performances across teams but in the same position. Difficult to compare across positions though, because such different roles in the game of netball. It's a lovely feed from Proud. The rebound off the missed shot, but Helen Housby cleans up, and that's her 14th thus far. Last time they met, Matty Proud had 57 feeds and a cheeky 107.5 Nissan Net Points, and that was pretty soon after she was one of the mid-quarters to miss out on the Diamonds selection. Responded in kind and has been on a run ever since then, really.
Absolutely.
A little like Kelsey Brown, been a bit the same since she missed out and has been dominating.
Absolutely. Maddie Proud sitting on 12 feeds, an 8-goal assist. Paige Hadley, though, doing most of the work for the Swifts today. She's on 15 feeds. 6-goal assist. So I suppose you could say sharing the load quite nicely.
Lightning.
Keeping the Lightning defenders guessing, but another timeout from the Lightning.
HCF tactical timeout, and I wonder what the tactics are going to be from Kylie Byrne, who she always looks like she's about to deliver a spray. But we'll find out. Let's listen in.
Something different, and then, yep, there we go again. When we play down the side, we've got a bigger target that we can swing across to as well. So when we go that pocket, Mads was there for the real swing across as well. Okay. Yep. Say the far channel. So I've got her passing and cutting going wider, so that you and Steph and pass can play down. Yep. Okay. So are you going to go out on the lead, or would you just play what's in front of you?
We see.
Yeah.
We think depth though, because I feel like we're getting a bit.
Yeah. So Mads is going to hang out, so we can swing to her on that side and then open up, pass and cut.
When you go out though, don't like make it a drive. Okay. So it's either we can hit you, or like you've drawn someone. That's all.
Circle edge, let's be a bit more active. We're getting there 2 feet on and we're just stationary. You've got to go and disrupt, so see who's free and see if you can get in.
Let's go. Right, so possession is key. We have the ball, they don't. Let's go. 1 on 2. 1, 2. Lightning.
Key passage of play now for the Sunshine Coast Lightning as they went on a run, as you can see there, and then the Swifts have returned fire with 4 in a row and possession now, and they're seeing that little run evaporate. So circle edge interplay between Proud and Singleton, who has started well, looks comfortable, but leaves that one short, and after a scramble, the Lightning pick up possession as they set up.
Contact keeper. Goalkeeper just inside.
Conan and Wood have swapped positions, so the baseline taken a little more by Steph Wood. Cara Conan allowed out to roam, so Kylie Byrne showing that she's not afraid to start swapping bibs. We saw it again last week, of course, as you mentioned, that was forced a little bit by Laura Sherian not being out on court.
Well, it just gives the Swifts defenders something else to think about. They've obviously played on the other opposition. Now, all of a sudden, Sarah Clow has to adapt to a shorter goal shooter. So the versatility that this attack end have at the Lightning is obviously a huge advantage. But then Clow, looks like she was nearly going to pull that one in.
And Maddie Turner just chasing around Steph Wood, and then suddenly 10 seconds later, you're chasing around Cara Conan. It's completely different human to play on.
It is, and Cara Conan's got a beautiful defensive game, particularly in this middle third of the court. She does a great job of just getting on her player and creating havoc. So we've seen her often pick up a few little wins here and there. So no doubt Kylie Byrne would be hoping that's the case again with this little mix-up that she's made. But also that change that we saw with Wood out at wing attack last week. And then Battledore, we know she's a super shot queen, so another option for Kylie Byrne. But Maddie Turner, just with the outside arm there, so nice and clean. Great work from her.
Sherian, though, reaches high. Shortest player on the court, doesn't matter. Gets a hand to one. Sharon was listening in to Bryony Akel during that timeout. What did Bryony have to say?
Well, Bryony was talking to her attackers and saying make sure there are always 2 viable options. She was very happy with Singleton, with her work rate. She said your drives are opening up the space for Helen, so keep doing that. And Beck Bully was saying to her defenders, if they go to the pocket, keep them there. Don't allow them to come back off and back on again.
You're right in that Singleton's movement has been causing some problems up the defensive end for the Lightning, as another turnover, and there is Singleton, ball in hand. Housby out as they wait patiently for the space to open up. Housby had the front space there, but they didn't use it. They do now.
Well, we saw it last week, didn't we? Clow against Thunderbirds just came to play in moments that mattered, and that's exactly what she did there when Sharon Finnan-White was speaking from the sideline. She's sitting at 2 intercepts already. She took 7 last week, and she's a big game player. That's exactly what all good goalkeepers do, is come to the party when their team needs to be lifted. She does exactly that.
This is net points match leaders at the bottom of your screen. 4 of 5 are in the red of the New South Wales Swifts. Helen Housby leading the way, and she does look up and about tonight, the English international.
Oh.
Good.
Laura Sherian, she is so nifty. She just works those lines so beautifully and fast.
Safe to say that's one.
Oh.
Wow. Taylor Fraser, well done. 1 on the leaderboard for a number of times. Nifty has been mentioned this season.
Oh.
And down goes Conan. She's slow to get up to, but she's smiling. Can't tell. Smile, grimace, not sure.
No, well, it was a bit of a splits there. But how about these turnovers? This second quarter, we can see there, that is outstanding work, Taylor Fraser. Laura Sherian just gives a couple of centimetres away. That'd have to be 2 of the shorter players in the competition, but that was outstanding work, just coming over the top and then keeping the ball in play.
Yeah, doesn't matter how tall you are when you've got the speed and agility of a Laura Sherian or a Taylor Fraser. And we certainly saw that in the Harvey Norman replay there.
Well, Steph Wood said in the timeout earlier, it's all about possession. We need to keep the ball in our hands, starve the Swifts of it. But at this particular time, just quite a few turnovers in the game. So if they can stop and steady here and do exactly what Steph said, just be patient with it, work it around.
They need to, though, because it's gone back out to 6 goals at the halfway point of the second quarter. And eventually, Cara Conan in space. And the Lightning pick up their 16th. Deep in thought, the coach.
Isn't she?
Do you still want tactical?
Crowd kicks us off through Singleton and wasting no time heading down court, the Swifts. And unfortunately, doesn't end in a change in the scoreboard, and this time down the court through Cassidy. Lovely ball skills and interplay there before Maddie Turner got a hand, and out of court it went.
The timing, the pace of the ball, just making the ball do the work. And much better passages of play from the Lightning. They'll get another centre pass to follow up with, and as you would expect, the Swifts calling a timeout.
Yeah, ebbs and flows, and the Swifts on the receiving end of one, and we're going to listen in to Bronnie Agle here in the HEF tactical timeout and see what she had to say.
Great, we're doing a great job, all right? Just keep doing what you're doing. Do not change what you're doing. I think it's the reaction that he is pulling up, right? Just try and come off the body a little bit more. We'll put that ball into space so it's not a one-on-one contest. Does that make sense? We'll ask about that later. Okay, listen to me. So you know how they're doing this to us? Yep. The ball's coming down here. I reckon our shooter drive out opposite side, like take her, then drop back to the post, because I don't think KDM will go. She'll go with it. Yep. Does that make sense? Just let it go. You got it. It's fine.
You know how it's, Matt's doing work here and I'm here. Do you want me to get involved?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we just need to take those cuts, but I don't think we need Helen out in this. As the ball's coming down, you're still punching middle and making angles. Go out, then come back. So it's this side, take her, then look, but look in.
Yeah.
Yeah? I think your front cuts are great.
Really good stuff.
Really good.
So good.
Should have a smiling face. Listen, in transition, we're aiming to get it. If we turn it over down there, let's get straight back on D and get these hands over.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
Here we go. Where's that flashlight here? Let's go.
Let's go, bang on those. Let's go. Let's go.
Always impressed by getting that kind of access to the teams in the middle of a game like that. Doesn't happen in a lot of sports. And we thank all of the teams for allowing us to sticky beak into their tactical discussions. 4 goals, 6 minutes, 25 on the clock in the second quarter, the first game of round 10 midweek Super Netball, as we continue our build-up now to the end of the season. The final series not too far away. Karakonen with a smile as she brings the home side within 3.
Well, Karakonen and Steph Wood looking like they're really enjoying playing out there tonight, and that's something that we haven't seen consistently over the round. So it could be exceptionally dangerous tonight if they get it all humming along. Spoken about it so much tonight, having that consistency in the gains from the defensive end, but that work in attack and being able to convert from the opportunities. And they're playing the possession game, as we see. Beautiful drive there, Karakonen along the baseline.
Lovely finish in a quality game of netball. This is turning out to be in front of a big crowd here on the Sunshine Coast. And speaking of the Sunshine Coast, Sharon was in the huddle, or she wasn't in the huddle. She was flitting around the outside of the huddle. Is that correct?
I was almost in there, Will. I've got to get in there to hear over the crowd. But anyway, Steph Wood, their captain, did most of the talking in that timeout, and she was really fired up, really asking her players to just keep re-offering, keep coming to the ball, just be consistent. So it was really great to hear her have that captain's voice out there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Lightning need. They need her to lead by example, direct them, step up in these moments. The minute she steps up and takes control, the players will follow her, and that's just some outstanding work. The connection, have a look at this interaction between Konen and Wood. They are absolutely up and about.
They are having fun with it, aren't they? Big smiles on the attacking duo. Pair of diamonds as Proud and Turner combine.
Well, it's taken a little bit of time for Turner and Cloud to adjust to this change that Kylie Byrne made. See a game there picked up on the outside edge of the circle, but it's definitely given those Swifts defenders something else to think about.
Lovely drive for the option there from Hadley, and it results in a top of the circle goal again to Housby. A nice little settler, and then possession. The double play, and off Cassidy, off the face in the end. It ends up in Taylor Fraser's hands, though.
Have a look at the stats guys over there taking Falcon, double play, intercept, game.
I didn't see a column for Falcons, but if there is one, put one down there next to mentions of Nifty, and we got a couple of new stats. Hinchcliffe circle edge. Game starting to heat up in the Power 5 for the second quarter. Konen safe again, and there it is. Behold, Cassidy Falcon, and another turnover.
Oh, have a look at Dehaney. And Dehaney, we haven't seen consistent quarters from her. She's obviously been battling for court time with Kate Walsh, Tara Hinchcliffe, but an opportunity for her today to know that she's got the opportunity to play out and grow a game.
Front space, Turner. There's no time for long points here, and not right now. Not with 3 minutes to go, and look at those turnovers.
Yeah, 13.
23 for the match.
I know, crazy. 13 of those to Lightning, 8 to the Swifts.
Housby didn't like that shot out of the hands, immediately went for the rebound, but sold herself short. 4 goals to the good, 2:45 on the clock in this half.
Well, do the Lightning go for a super shot here? Or do they keep playing the ones? These are the little mind games and the mental game that the super shot has brought into the Suncorp Super Netball. But you would expect,
Wood likes it. Here we go, Suncorp super shot. Will this be the first one? Too short. Lightning get possession back. Will they back it up again? Well, wasn't expecting that one, Wood. And this is where, you know, it's a potential 3-goal turnaround, which really takes the wind out of the sails going into the break. You miss that, you turn it over, especially when you get possession back and then turn it over. And if you get punished down the other end, it can hurt. It's a gamble, and that's why it was introduced, and Housby does make sure they pay for that mistake, the Lightning. And now it's 5, could have been 2.
Well, Beck Bully and Bryony Akel liking what they saw in that passage of play. There's a lot of congestion, particularly in this mid-court, but the Swifts just looking past it. Oh, Helen Housby, she misses the super shot, but gathers her own rebound.
Yeah, just chases that ball in. Second time she's done it, and this time it pays off. Back to 6 goals. Equals the biggest gap the Swifts have managed over the last 29 minutes of netball. Lovely feed into Wood. And we're back at 5, minute 15 on the clock. The crowd here at Sunny Coast desperate to get behind their team and have a nice run. Katie Haney picks one up. Great pass, knew where to be.
That would have to
Slows it down.
be one of my favourite things to see on the netball court is a goalkeeper sighting, having great anticipation, and the feeder having absolutely no idea that she's coming. Well done, Katie Haney. We might be able to see a replay of that one, but look at her just winding her team up.
How about you, just keepers unite? Let's see a replay, demanding it from the director.
It gives me goosebumps. Those moments give me goosebumps because they change a game.
Should I point out that you haven't actually got goosebumps right now? No one can see that. 34 seconds. Ruined the visual.
I'm asking for another commentating partner for next season. You've thrown me under the bus so many times. We're a team.
No more times than you've done the same to me. 18 seconds. Can the Swifts stop this little 3-goal run?
Ooh.
Housby, the super shot. Proud is down in back play. The Suncorp super shot goes in. Maddie Proud gets up. We're back at 5. She looks a little ginger.
Doesn't she?
She'll have the halftime break to work on that. Just looks okay now. 6 seconds. In it goes. Lovely feed. Up it goes off the off-balance Conan, and the siren will bring that to an end, and it has been a seesawing half of netball here at USC Stadium. The Sunshine Coast have got within 2 a couple of times, but each time the Swifts have found another gear. Welcome back to USC Stadium. It's Tuesday night, midweek netball on Fox Netball, and we have a barnstormer on our hands here. The Sunshine Coast Lightning have been down by 6 or more several times, but have come back, and now you can see that lady on your screen, Riley Batcheldor. The queen of the super shot is in at goal shooter, so a change made by Kylie Byrne, which moves Cara Conan out to goal attack, where she spent some time, and then the captain, Steph Wood, or the co-captain at least, out to wing attack, and Kylie Byrne. We get to ask her directly exactly what the thought process was, and she knows she's on camera because she's smiling. We haven't seen much of that in the first half. Kylie, what was the message at half-time? Obviously, you made some changes, but at times there you got on a real run, just couldn't quite go on with it.
Yeah, and that's that's when it's really important that we've got to convert. So just eight turnovers in a quarter was just way too high, and quite often it was the last pass into shooters, and that's the one that we've got to make sure we finish on.
Carls, this little attacking combination was really good last week with Wood out at wing attack. What are you hoping that this changes in this particular game?
Yeah, well, Rue's way more than just a super shot, goal shooter. She's just slowly learning her craft, and she's coming on every week with impact and, has a high volume. So I'm hoping she does exactly that and put up shots.
Talk to me just about the zone defence that was thrown on, particularly in that second quarter. Worked really nicely against the Swifts, just defending the space. Is that how you counteract a really fast-moving attack end?
Yeah, we're so conscious of the impact of Maddie Proud in that feeding position, and then the ability of Paige to step up as well. So yeah, it's just purely to try and slow down the ball into the circle.
Kylie, thank you so much for your time. We'll let you get back to your job. We'll let you get back to your job. Okay, how about that? We'll get back to ours.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Kylie. Also, the other change there with the ball in hand right now at goal attack, Sophie Fawns, who has come on in leaps and bounds since she sealed a full-time contract back in about round 4-ish. Coming in for Sam Wallace, who continues her rehab from an ACL, which is something we never, ever like to see. Conan, top of the circle, 6 goals still. Still searching for a way in. Good hustle from Clow and Turner.
Interesting to hear Kylie Byrne say that Riley Batcheldor is much more than a super shot queen, which is what we say so much when she comes on court, because we often do see her in that last 5 minutes. But let's not forget, she's 19. she is growing with each and every game. She is such a promising young star coming through the ranks. The more court time she has, just like Fawns down the other end and Singleton, these girls are just getting, well, the ladies I should say, just getting stronger and stronger every week.
Also getting the opportunity to play under the, not the tutelage, but alongside such luminaries in their respective teams with such a wealth of experience too. And both Fawns and Bacheldor came in already firing. Didn't really take long to make an impression. As Conan leaves one short under the attention of Turner. But we need to avoid pigeonholing anyone with Super Shot Queen when there's so many requirements to play at this elite level from any player. Just happen to be very good at shooting the super shot, the Suncorp super shot.
Well, there's that little triangle that the Swifts are so good at, just moving that ball around, and it sounds difficult for the Lightning because it happens so quickly, but they need to get their feet around in front and just force the ball up and over so they can have a crack in it in the air, because they're never going to get to it by just sitting back. They need to move their footwork around the body.
So with attacking end changes for both teams, hasn't really changed the flow of anything just yet as Fawns is beaten by the ball.
And that just comes from the pressure that the Lightning defenders, in particular Tara Hinchliffe, put on Fawns on the centre pass, just causing her to fumble. It's what that hard, tight one-on-one defence does. Wears the players down.
Such a beautiful shooting action, beautiful arc on the ball, nice and high, so confident.
She makes it look so easy, doesn't she, Riley Bacheldor?
Now, anyone who's never played netball or never shot a netball before might watch this and go, well, that can't be that hard. And then they'll go and do it, and they'll go, that is a really long way away, that ring. It's very hard. It's impossibly small. They make it look so easy. Bacheldor again instead, hands off, and Conan going out of play. Very nice.
Well, Conan and Wood are just having a real night out, aren't they?
From 6 goals to 3. Nice little passage again from the Lightning. Can this be the one that makes it stick and puts them into the lead for the first time?
And this is where Dehaney should go up on Housby and keep her out of the circle. When Housby is out, they need to go up and find her and keep her out of the circle. Oh. Swift's lucky to get possession there. How does Housby get through those little gaps? She's like a little slinky, isn't she? Just comes straight through.
Hold time, please.
Slinky. Drag that one up out of nowhere.
Riley Bacheldor on the backspace.
Obstruction, take it back.
Guy's looking to move the commentary on. And Bacheldor does the job second time around. We're back at 3 again, nearly already halfway through this quarter. And the Lightning having the better of it. 7-5 this quarter in terms of scoring. But possession now with the Swifts. Fraser through Turner to Proud. Oh, nearly a hand on there from Hinchliffe, but it gets through and too long. No. Fawns makes it drop.
Well, how about that for a quick little interchange? Laura Sherian coming on the court for Maddie Hinchliffe.
8-7 and possession for the Lightning to restore their 2-goal advantage in this quarter. And they should do that through Conan, who is having a good night, and Sharon Finnan-White. How do you see the third quarter going at the moment?
Well, I've just been watching the Lightning shooting end, and they're on a bit of a mini comeback here, aren't they? The crowd are really getting behind them, but I was just watching Cara Conan. She's actually taking more baseline drives at goal attack than what she was at goal shooter. And Clow is and this is what happened when they played them last time. Clow's really struggling to get that ball coming in on that baseline drive.
Every time we cross to you, Sharon, you have a great point. Someone hits the deck really hard. Why do you keep doing that? Is that you doing that?
Maybe they don't want me to finish what I was saying. I don't know.
Something about Sharon's insights are causing people to hurt themselves.
Well, Sherian, she's such a tough little nut, but have a look at the replay here. Just a slip. Oh, I don't even know what she...
Not
Had
a lot
a
of
few busters on that side of the court, whether it's just a little bit slippery.
Putting possession over her own safety, Laura Sherian, still at 33 years of age.
We'll have a look here. 2-on-1 in the circle. Swifts just mixing it up defensively too. What Sharon said, Cara Conan exploiting that baseline, so they've gone back to a two. Oh, Riley Bacheldor. She's been outstanding since coming on the court in this third quarter.
Matty Proud did well there too, just getting enough on that ball to knock it into the hands of the Sunshine Coast player and out. And then that little interplay is every ball here being fought over, every pass contested.
This is what I would like to see Dehaney just step on Housby when she comes out of the circle, but she just allows her a free entry back in every single time. She needs to step up to her and just really work. Keep her out of the circle. And we can see that changing. Kelly Singleton coming back on the court. Sophie Fawns really just had absolutely everyone coming at her. What a drive, Cara Conan. Great vision there from the Lightning feeders.
Proud thinks about going deep to the pocket for Singleton. Instead, they set up again. Singleton has it now.
And better work, Dehaney.
Yeah, saw that turn back.
And this is a little bit of the hedging work that the Lightning defenders are doing, just working that piston kind of style defense where one's up, one's back, and it's that constant movement. And another win for the defenders.
She says with apparent glee. Dehaney, long, Cassidy, hands up from Hadley, the bounce pass followed by a very hopeful throw to Sherian, comes off.
Well, there's a fair bit of intensity in this match, isn't there? You've got two moving circles, not that traditional holding shooter. All of a sudden, it's a quick, fast game. The ball gets moved around left, right, and centre, and it's a technical timeout, HCF timeout from the New South Wales Swifts.
We're going to listen in with the big, long purple microphone to Bryony Akel.
When we stop playing, that's not us. Get aggressive onto the ball, two options, and take the shots. Yeah, we work it, get them off your body as soon as we receive it in that circle, go to shot, turn, work it in. All right? I just feel like we've gone into panic mode and we'll just pass off to whoever can come.
Yeah.
So we need go back to isolating Helen, stay out for a bit, but work your angles really strong. You can run through it. You can run through the circle and come back in, but we need you on shot. Yeah? We've got this, just take a breather. That's all we need to do. Just take a breather. But listen, after what's happened last week, they're going to draw attention to that stuff, all right? So we're good.
I say goes to Paige, do you want me taking that drive? So like I'm taking it, but then not being an option. So I feel like I need to take it, and then one of you guys needs to punch middle. Yeah. Or I won't take it, and I'll be the option middle, but I just feel like if I go there, there isn't someone filling. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, fair. Let's go.
Read this here, Helen, let's go.
Here we go, guys. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go back.
Bryony Akel looking for a little bit of calm as, again, the Lightning draw within two. Third time, but they've never been closer than two.
Well, there's a different vibe there from Coach Bryony Akel than the other timeout. The other time out in that second quarter, she was all smiles, said, relax, we're in control here, but the direction was completely different this time around.
That will help. As
Tegan O'Shaughnessy.
yeah, Sarah Cloud takes a breather.
No, Sarah Cloud is at goal defense.
I'm just trying to find out what's going on here. Maddie Turner takes a breather and Sarah Cloud moves out. Correct. Tegan O'Shaughnessy on, so second change then for the Swifts. Ali Smith still to come on.
Well, I actually really like the work that Katie Ann Dehaney is doing in defence, particularly with Tara Hinchliffe. This combination is new. It's only obviously had this season together. But Dehaney, as we hear the hooter in the background, she's sitting at 2 intercepts and 4 deflections. Just to compare that to Sarah Clow, she was at is at 2 intercepts and 3 deflections. So it just goes to show that Dehaney is winning ball. She's in the contest. And as we spoke about before, just that consistency of allowing her to have 4 quarters to play the game out and see what she can do is paying dividends for the Lightning.
The Swifts have doubled their advantage since the HCF timeout. Sharon Finnan-White was listening in to the Lightning huddle.
Kylie Byrne was talking to her attackers. Lovely shot from Batchelor there. That was awesome. She wants her attackers to drag the players away and then come back to the ball. She feels the momentum was going with them before they came out for that break. She wants them to just continue to put that work rate in.
And Sharon, beautiful Suncorp super shot, $100 from Suncorp going to the Confident Girls Foundation. Every time a Suncorp super shot is successful. And gee, they change the complexion of a match. We've seen it time and time again. Wood through Conan to Batchelor.
You're pushing her. This side, we attack. This side.
Well, the Lightning just won't go away for the Swifts, will they?
That's a perfect way to sum it up. I was just thinking they just keep coming back, and you're right. They just can't be shaken by the Swifts.
But this is what they did against the Fever last week. You could just never be safe to say that the Fever were going to win against them, but they just have to believe in themselves that they can actually finish out a game. They're competitive, they're being competitive, but it's about finishing off. They haven't led this entire match, have they? So they get close, and then they just fall away again.
They haven't led, well, they haven't been equal on goals since the first minute of the first quarter. They've got within 2 a couple of times. In fact, they got within 1 once for about 30 seconds. And that was it, as Conan is the latest to take a sit down.
Well, Conan and Clow, they have some great little battles in the air. Have a look here, they'll go again.
Get the feeling if they can just get their nose in front of the Lightning, even momentarily, they might go on a little run once they get control and the crowd gets behind them.
Well, that's exactly it, Will. If the crowd, it's a full house in here at the USC. So the crowd becomes a huge element in this game. Spoke about it pre-match, saying the Lightning really have to make the most of these home games because they're few and far between in the last few rounds for them.
Well, they lose this to Sunshine Coast Lightning, they can pretty much kiss their finals chances goodbye. And it's going to come down to the final 15 minutes. 1:48 on the clock, still 3 goals. The Lightning a 15-12 quarter. So it was 5 at half-time. Or 6, sorry, at half-time. 15-13 quarter now. And they're back within 2 again. 90 seconds from the transverse line. Proud to restart.
Just wondering in that change in wing defence for the Swifts, Taylor Fraser, she's been doing a good job, but as they mentioned, another win here for the Lightning. As Sam Pullman mentioned in the halftime chat, that the matchup between Fraser and Sherian was a good one just because of the pace, but all of a sudden she finds herself against the
Matty Proud feeling a little hard done by there, didn't need to put the hand out. Ball was heading out.
Great vision, Riley Batchelor. Conan coming alive in this third quarter. Well, she's been alive all match, hasn't she? She's been well and truly putting up the shots. The movement has been exceptional. Look at that! Oh, I thought she touched that just as I was giving her a wrap.
Nice 1-2, good split, good finish, and we're all drawn up here with 25 seconds to go at USC Stadium. 42 goals apiece.
Well, we saw our first extra time match in the last to Mahali.
Cassidy, pick it up!
She had no idea.
Wow, and down they go, and that is a huge play. The context of this one with 5 seconds to go.
Kylie Bird got out of her seat and whispered a sweet little nothing in Mahali. I can't even get my words out. I'm so excited.
Take a break. Laura Guides, take a break, everybody else. The Lightning are in front for the first time. Can they keep their title chances alive? Welcome back to USC Stadium, and what a passage of play it was to finish out the third quarter. Mahalia Cassidy picking up her own chip, and then the roof lifted off the stadium here as the Lightning went in front, and now for the home team, it is all about going on with it from here. They have not led for 3 quarters, picked it up right at the end, and now to avoid a potential early exit in season 2022, they need to go on with it. The Swifts' chances will be cooled significantly by a loss here as well. 3-quarter time brought to you by Origin Energy, and well, it's about the messages at 3-quarter time, what they were and whether the teams can execute. Sharon, Finn and White, you were listening in, and what was the message where you were?
Well, a similar message to last time, Will. Bryony Akel said, I just want 2 clear options and just keep attacking. Keep your composure. She spoke to Helen Housby and said, I want you on the move. I don't want you holding. And in defence, they want one-on-one, tight defence.
They can execute on all of that. They might find themselves in the top 4, perhaps temporarily, perhaps not at the end of this midweek round. 4 games to go after this, and all of them crucial. The Swifts, a run home that includes a Melbourne away double, Vixens, Magpies, next 2 games, and then at home to the Fever and the Firebirds. So a little state of origin clash that could decide who goes on and who goes home in round 14, but there's plenty of water under the bridge between now and then. Sherian finds Conan. Bachelor to Wood, who remains in wing attack to finish out this one. And why not? That change in attack has brought them back from 6 goals, or 5 goals down at half-time, to a goal up right now with 13:55 on the clock.
Well, Helen Housby just off balance there. There's a quick little pass into her. She just struggled to steady her feet. This is what we mentioned in the third quarter, Will. What happens if the Lightning get their noses in front? Do they build?
They've threatened so many times and fallen away during this game that you think when they get in front, especially off a play like that, then we see feeds like that from Bachelor to Conan. And suddenly the freedom and the confidence is there. 2 goals up now. Biggest lead of the match and possession.
And this is something we've mentioned about the Lightning. A new combination, a new team, so to speak, this season of 2022. Pretorius out. A new defensive end, taking time to gel and adjust. Is it all coming together in round 10? I'm loving what I'm seeing from this attack end for the Lightning. Riley Bachelor, Steph Wood and Cara Conan.
There's a pairing right there that we're going to be seeing for years to come.
Well, when you're speaking of pairings, Bachelor and Tegan O'Shaughnessy, the next generation of netballers coming through the ranks, playing alongside some of the best in the biz, but long futures and exciting futures ahead of those young ladies out on court.
Important settler there from Housby as she turns and eggs on her team. We'll take an HCF tactical timeout. And it's going to be interesting now to see what kind of message Bryony Akel has.
Maddie, off the centre pass and they go into the box. If you're the one that passes to her, you take the front cut and try and get it back from her. You just need to take the front cut.
Yes.
So if she gives it to you through the zone, look to give it straight back to her, but on the drive. Wait, you can use your fakes. So you can go back, but now we've got a different option. Let's just see how that goes. Steady heads. Let's get a turnover down here. Stay on yours. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. 100% effort. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Come on, guys. Come on.
Let's go, guys. Girls, let's find another gear here. Let's go. Step up. Let's go.
Brad. 1, 2, 3, in. Out. Smile.
Let's go, guys. This is our game. Let's go. Final goals. Let's go. Let's go, guys.
46-44, 12-19 left, potentially for the Sunshine Coast Lightning's finals hopes. And indeed, even for the Swifts, a loss here would be a major setback in the last month of netball.
Well, a few changes for the Swifts in that timeout. The defensive end going back to what we've been used to seeing. Turner back out in the goal defence, Cloud back to keeper. And in attack, Housby and Fawns have done a switch, so we see Housby with a little more room to run around. Oh, just a bit of a spill there from Dehaney, but she regathers.
Was forced to go long, and Maddie Proud gobbled that one up. Threw that at about 2.9 seconds, I would have thought.
The Swifts just a little bit startled. That beautiful timing and rhythm and just letting the ball go like we saw them doing in that first quarter. Just don't seem to have the same amount of ease at present. Whether that's coming down to the leads, as we see here, Dehaney just throwing and hoping for the best, but Maddie Proud, good front position.
Important passage here for the Swifts. The turnover, Thorns drains it, and she does it again off the centre pass, and we're locked at 46.
Have a look there at the general play turnovers. Lightning a little more expensive than the Swifts, 18 to 15. Oh, it's that backspace that Conan is so good at. Every single time she gets the penalty against Plough, the timing and the release of the ball.
45th penalty there for the Swifts to 35. From the Lightning, nice little bit of interplay there between the two attacking players. Nice vision from Fawns to find Housby, and we're at 47s now.
Oh, Laura Sherian. Taylor Fraser could not believe that. It's just a fair, hard contest. Ice in her veins. Riley Batcheldor never looks stressed going to post.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. She looks like she's been playing for 10 years at the elite level. And there's one who has. Housby bringing the Swifts level again, now at 48. 10 minutes to go in this crucial round 10 clash. Batcheldor looks for the option, goes forward, and then long, beautiful feed from Steph Wood to Cara Conan, who does it justice with her 33rd goal from 39 attempts, and the Lightning are back in front again. Harley Batcheldor, you can see there. Good as Cassidy comes up with another crucial turnover, and now the Lightning look to go up by 2. But,
umpire bringing it back to Wood, and she is lucky to get away with that one.
And that's a caution.
Oh, Maddie Turner, deflection in the air, great work from her. Have a look at that transition speed from the Swifts.
Fawns again getting plenty of shots and making each one count. 5 from 5 now. And we go to another HCF tactical timeout. And we're going to listen in this time to Kylie Byrne and the Sunshine Coast Lightning. But I can see over there how animated Bryony Akel is too. Let's listen in.
I just think, so we've got to watch, so they've got the in and out, so Helen will come in and Sophie will come forward. I want you to get out and contest that forward movement on her as well. If one of them receives it outside, ISO, like go back and clutch on the other, but then pick the other one up on circle entry. Okay, right? Yep. But we must contest the one coming in, ride her all the way in, but it's the other one coming forward that's where our gain is. Yep.
This is the moment, there's no doubt about it. This is the moment where the Sunshine Coast Lightning either begin their long road back from the bottom of the Suncorp Super Netball ladder or see their season slip away. 9 minutes and 12 seconds. This is where we find out what the Lightning are made of. So many quality players. Can they put those combinations together? They're playing against one of the great defensive combinations in this competition and in the world. Wood, feed, Lau, arms up, gets the call.
And this is the tight one-on-one defensive pressure that Bryony Akel, and in particular Rebecca Bully, their defensive coach, drilled into them in that last time out. Stick with your players, do the grind, do the hard work. And they'll come up with little wins like they just did. Great work, Sarah Clow.
Ali Smith on for the Swifts in wing defence.
Hold time.
So everyone getting a bit of game time for the Swifts tonight.
Every single player out on court for the Swifts.
That's what I said. Thank you for backing me up. It's about time you backed me up on something. Harvey Norman replay. Down goes Housby.
Reinforcing that.
Thank you.
Wonderful pickup you made.
We're a team. We're a great team. Who'll turn on each other at a moment's notice. Swifts up by 1 and with possession now. There is Smith.
I remember asking you before the match, what's the outcome going to be? And you said Swifts by 11.
I said Swifts by
11.
No, 1. No, I stuttered.
I'm very good at maths.
Around where you were, come back around this side and stay out of play. Lightning.
Back at 2s, and suddenly the crowd goes quiet.
Contact wing.
Important possession here. 3-goal run you could see from the Swifts.
Well, hands over every single pass.
Too long, way too long, Batcheldor.
Yeah, a little brain fade there from Riley Batcheldor.
I like the confidence to let it go, but didn't quite get the execution correct that time.
And this is where they just need, the Lightning just need to get back on defence. Hands up, apply that pressure back to the Swifts. They've still got to believe that they can turn this over, and they're still in it.
Fawns again from mid-range where she's taken all her shots and nailed them all. 7 from 7.
Well, I'd love to see the Lightning defenders jump over the shot, mix it up, particularly on Fawns, especially Katie Haney. She's got such great timing over the shot. We've seen her get quite a fair few rejections. Oh, she's so close. Just moving her footwork around the body.
With this goal, I'm starting to think that perhaps we're seeing the Lightning's chances start to not slip away completely, but now it's at 4 goals. So that's a 5-goal run now from the Swifts. And could this be a moment where we look back and go, that's where the Lightning season had at least the first nail put in it?
Well, it's a moment where their captain has gone to the bench. Steph Wood, Annie Miller has come on into wing attack, and another
little mistake. Conan off the fingertips. And there you go, 11-6 on the run there, and most of those goals difference coming in the last couple of minutes. That's the Ali Smith effect. As soon as she came on.
I actually really rate Ali Smith. I think she's a fantastic defender. Made the move from Melbourne down to the Swifts for more court time. I love that she's just tenacious. She has a crack. She's aggressive.
Doesn't stop running. Nice to have fresh legs out there. Housby.
Oh, Annie Miller.
No, the 2 Annies are out there as well now. I didn't call that before.
Well, this is where Dehaney needs to get up and over the shot.
This could be where Riley Batcheldor shows us that she is indeed the super shot queen. We've seen her take it away from teams at the end of quarters before, and if she's ever going to do it, it's going to need to be in 17 seconds. As the Swifts look to go up by 5, and they do. Housby, goal number 39. And possession. There's the run there. 8 of the last 10. 6 in a row. Lovely.
Helen Housby.
There. Yeah.
Was she playing it out to go for the super shot?
No need. Well, that is nearly super shot range. But Sophie Fawns makes it 13-6 for the quarter and 55-49 for the game. 4:40 to go. And we've seen teams continually leave super shot attempts too late in the fourth quarter and not give themselves enough time.
Well,
there we go. Wood back on and immediately into it. Suncorp super shot time. She drains it. We're back at 4.
Oh, you've got Riley Bachelor and Steph Wood for the Lightning in the circle, so super shots, expect them to be coming hard and fast. Cara Conan to the bench.
33 of 39. Bridie Condren comes on as well for Katie Anderhaney. And look at that hair. On point.
Sensational.
22 years of age, saw her for the Fever back in 2020. We see her now after a season in the ANL.
Well, Steph Wood, she's going to have another crack. Riley
Same
Bachelor.
position, same result, Steph Wood. From 6 goals to 3. Not a smile to be had on the Swifts bench. All the red dresses standing up on the sideline.
Well, all of a sudden the pressure's back on the Swifts, even though they're 3 ahead on the scoreboard.
Steph Wood, same position, same result. Now we're at 3. The crowd super invested in this. A key moment.
Well, Bridie Condren, can she get a winning intercept? Imagine that. Stepping out on court for the first time for the Lightning.
Talk about just throwing to the Wolves out there. Housby now from super shot range. Probably the best spot to take it from top. She decides to go off to Fawns, who has been with a hot hand and continues it with her own Suncorp super shot.
Tegan O'Shaughnessy absolutely loving that super shot from Sophie Fawns.
The touch on from Turner. Sherian picks up, immediately lets go, and now it's Bachelor in range. Decides not to shoot it. Over the top, Smith on Sherian.
That's deliberate. That's a caution.
Well, Riley Bachelor needs to get under the post, but Steph Wood doesn't look like she is going to miss.
3 super shot swishes. Really had to write that down.
Hell ball, Lightning!
Wow, big call. 3 goals could be 1 if they hand it off to Wood again. Bachelor was in range. Instead, it's Wood, top of the circle. Not this time.
Riley Bachelor, what a rebound.
That would have lifted the roof off USC Stadium.
This has intensity of the finals, doesn't it?
It is a final of sorts, though. When you look at the positions on the ladder, 2 goals, and the Lightning in possession.
Annie Miller lucky to get away with that one. Could have gone either way. Oh, my goodness! Holy smokes, Sarah Clow.
Is there any better name to yell? I'll interrupt anything to yell out Clow. I do it in normal life too. Just for any reason, makes the kids pay attention. No idea what it means. Miller.
Well, Riley Bachelor, can she sink it? Pressure on.
Get another go. Straight back out to range. Bachelor to level it. Does it! 58 apiece and the crowd are going wild. 120 on the clock. Housby. Well, could we be seeing extra time?
Well, defensively, look at the Lightning. They need to hunt and gather. Sophie Fawns!
Attacks at the other end. The battle of the young guns, trading super shots, and the Swifts are back to 2.
Unbelievable. Sophie Fawns skips up to the transverse line.
Now, do they hold possession here? They've still got 56 seconds. Too long.
Far too long to be playing around with it. They just need to go for the 2-pointers, especially when they've got the form they have.
And again, from exactly the same position, the crowd willing this one in, and it's nowhere near this time. Took a step back with Turner.
Well, now it's an opportunity to play it around.
or not, or just go for it. Bacheldor, Simpson! Back at 60, 30 seconds to go, Curran. Conan loves it. This is a key possession. This is it. Can the Swifts head down court and break the Lightning's hearts? They've got time, they've got the skill, they've got the experience.
Well, this is a moment for Bridie Condren. Get up, get the rebound!
Hands it off, and Condren makes a mistake, hands it off, and...
Oh, far out. I can't cope with this.
Wow, Condren gave it to the Swifts, and Housby, it might be enough, it will be enough. 61 goals to 60. What a nail-biter, what an emotional roller coaster, and what devastation for Kylie Byrne and the Sunshine Coast Lightning.
I'm lost for words. That last passage of play, Bridie Condren, rebound, back into court, straight to the
hands. Heartbreaking for Bridie Condren. She had no choice but to let it go.
It was just an exceptional game. What an outstanding match between the New South Wales Swifts and the Lightning. But Kylie Byrne's face says it all. Straight after the match, it's the season gone for the Lightning, isn't it?
You would think so, and the Swifts pushed all the way in an absolute classic